For months,
Right.
we've been really shining a light on tourism here in Las Vegas with how few people, I say few because it's still
It's
in the
down.
millions, but it is down.
It's down.
We're wondering, is it slowing? Is it okay? Our Allura Lagarde is looking into it this morning. She joins us live from the iconic Las Vegas. Welcome to Las Vegas Sign this morning, that popular tourist destination. What are the numbers showing here, Allura?
It is this growing concern. Stephen Miller, with an economist with UNLV, expresses growing concerns for the rest of the year and the start of 2026 in tourism. In a study he conducted, the year-to-date decline in visitation was 6.5%. What he's seeing is tourism numbers for international travelers drop. Now, once again, Las Vegas is not dying, okay? It's not dying, but...
Except it is. It is dying, and it will continue to die if things don't change. The city of Vegas is freaking out right now and has stooped low enough to peddle garbage propaganda like this to try to convince us there's nothing wrong. We just need to trust in the corporate overlords of the Strip who clearly made it so much better the past few decades with their resort fees, parking fees, having too much fun fees, right? It says a lot that many people are even saying we should bring back the good old days where the mob controlled Vegas. At least they had the decency to siphon money from us while actually playing the games we love, and not nickel and dime us for simply existing and breathing the dry Mojave air. Vegas is clearly not what it used to be. Part of my motivation for making this channel was to celebrate the good old days of Vegas. And the reason I was motivated to do that is because it's very clear now that Vegas is not at all what it used to be. I've worked here for years, but it isn't just me that thinks this. In this video, I'm going to share the perspectives of 5 different Vegas residents, currently working in the dystopian corporate hellscape that is the Vegas Strip, whom I've known for a while and I've been exchanging emails with. Just listen to their stories and what they have to say, and tell me if it aligns in any way, shape, or form with the news broadcast I just clipped.
It's not fun anymore, it's just loud and angry. I've been slinging drinks on Fremont Street for over a decade, starting when I was 24, back when I thought bartending in Vegas was the coolest job in the world. And for a while, it was. I worked the outdoor bar near the stage, the one with the cheap daiquiris and plastic souvenir cups. Nights were wild, but fun wild. Bachelorette parties, singing along to Bon Jovi. Drunk tourists tipping $20 bills because they just won $500 on craps. It felt like the whole street was on one big team and everyone was invited. But now, the vibe is meaner. And I'm not just saying that as a jaded service worker. The crowd's different. The energy's off. Something about it all feels like a powder keg waiting to go off. The drinks are still flowing, help more than ever, but the people drinking them, they're angrier, impatient, rude in a way that's not just drunk, but entitled. Last month, some guy screamed in my face because we were out of Red Bull. Not yelled, screamed, like I personally ruined his vacation. The tips are worse, way worse. Used to be, even broke college kids would throw you a few bucks because they appreciated the show, the flair, the banter, the energy. Now, I'll serve a group of 6 shots, smile, crack a joke, and get nothing. Not even eye contact. And I get it. Prices are up. A beer that used to cost $4 now costs $9. People feel like they're getting ripped off. That anger builds, but we're the ones who take the heat. I've seen more fights this year than in the last 5 combined. Fist fights over spilled drinks. Screaming matches because someone bumped into someone else in the crowd. Security can barely keep up. And the worst part? The magic is gone. Fremont used to be the scrappy alternative to the Strip. Cheaper, grittier, but full of character. You'd see street performers, Elvis impersonators, couples renewing their vows at 2 a.m. Now it's mostly influencers with ring lights clogging the walkway or dudes in LED suits aggressively demanding tips for selfies. Last weekend, I caught myself looking around and thinking, man, I don't want to be here anymore. That scared me because this job, this street, used to be my pride. I loved making drinks that helped people celebrate something, a win, a birthday, a last night out before marriage. But now, it just feels transactional, cold, like we're all pretending this is still fun when everyone secretly knows it isn't. The tourists feel it, the locals definitely feel it, and the old school regulars, they're gone. They used to sit at the bar and tell me stories about the Golden Nugget in the 80s. Haven't seen most of them in years. One guy told me he stopped coming because Fremont turned into Bourbon Street without the charm. I don't know what the answer is, but I know this: Vegas isn't just about casinos and clubs. It's about a feeling, a little danger, a little glamour, and a whole lot of fun. And if that feeling's gone, then what are we even doing anymore?
The machines are tighter, and the regulars know it. You want to know the truth about Vegas? The house always wins, yeah, sure. But lately, the house is downright greedy. I'm a slot tech, been working machines up and down the strip for the past 15 years. I know these cabinets better than I know most of my friends. I can tell by the sound if a machine's about to jam or if someone tried to jam it. I used to love this job. The tinkering, the troubleshooting, and especially the moments when someone hit big. The look on their face when the lights went off, that made the whole shift worth it. But lately, that celebration's gone. And it's not just in their faces, it's in the programming. See, people think these machines are totally random. They're not. They're coded. They're adjustable. Every slot on the floor has a payout percentage, what we call the RTP, return to player. It used to be around 92% to 95%, depending on the game and property. These days, I've seen machines set as low as 85%. 85! That difference might not sound like much, but over time, that's the casino bleeding people dry. You sit at that penny machine thinking, just a few bucks. But you're not winning like you used to. It's subtle. A little less here, a near miss there. And after a while, even the diehards notice. You know how many regulars used to play the same machine every trip? I had one old-timer, Bernie, come in every Saturday for 9 years. Played the same Cleopatra Gold right by the escalators. I haven't seen him in 6 months. I asked around. He got fed up, said it wasn't fun anymore, said it felt like the machine was just sucking him dry. And it's not just Bernie. The comps have gotten stingier. The free play has dried up. Even the tiered reward systems are confusing now. You practically need a spreadsheet just to figure out if that $20 in points will get you a free buffet. Spoiler, it won't. We're not fixing things anymore. We're managing loss, managing frustration. The other night, a woman kicked one of the cabinets hard enough to break her sandal. Security came, but I don't blame her. She had that look in her eyes, the one I'm seeing more and more. I came here hoping for a little magic, and all I got was robbed. It kills me, because I want them to win. I really do. I want people to scream and laugh and high-five strangers. That used to happen all the time. Now it's quiet. Just the hum of the machines and people staring blankly at the screens. Vegas used to be a place where you felt like maybe, just maybe, tonight would be your night. But now, it's like we're running a simulation. Flashy lights, big promises, no payout. I don't know who's making the calls, corporate, I guess, but they're forgetting something important. People don't just come here to gamble. They come here to feel alive. You take away the chance, the hope, the thrill, all you're left with is a giant vending machine that only takes. And sooner or later, people stop coming.
The rooms are empty, but we're still cleaning like it's 2015. I've been a housekeeper on the Strip for over 20 years. Started at the Riviera, may she rest in peace. And when they tore that down, I moved to one of the big resorts on the South End. I won't name it, but you'd recognize the Golden Towers. At first, the move felt like an upgrade. Bigger property, more tips, better benefits. But now, it feels like I walked into a slow-motion collapse. You want to know the truth? The rooms are empty. Not all of them, sure, but enough that you notice. Whole wings that used to be turned over every single day are just quiet now. Lights off, sheets untouched, no minibar mess. It's like ghosts live there now. But management doesn't say that. Oh no,
They want to look busy. So they still schedule us heavy. They still push quotas like the Strip's booming. 12 rooms by 3 p.m., Lupe. No excuses. Meanwhile, half of those rooms haven't seen a guest in a week. We used to take pride in the little touches. The way the towels were folded, how we'd leave a mint or fluff the pillows just right. Now it's rush, rush, rush. No time for polish. Just sanitize, wipe, spray, move. And the worst part? They stopped offering daily housekeeping during COVID, but never brought it back. Not really. Unless a guest requests it, we don't go in. Which means when we finally do clean the room after 3-4 nights, it's a disaster. Trash piled, food left out, stains you don't even want to ask about. People treat hotel rooms like dumpsters now because they know no one's coming. And the layoffs? They don't announce them. They just quietly remove names from the schedule. Maria didn't show up last Monday. By Thursday, her locker was empty. No goodbye, no explanation. I texted her, nothing. She worked here 11 years. It's like management wants to run this place with half the staff and double the expectations. Fewer workers, fewer benefits, more demands. And they wonder why morale is in the toilet. We used to get cash tips left on pillows almost every day. Tourists were generous, families, retirees, the regular Vegas crowd. But they're not the ones coming anymore. Now it's mostly young couples trying to do everything for the gram. They don't tip, they don't make eye contact, and half the time they complain to the front desk if we knock while they're hungover. I don't blame the guests entirely. Vegas just isn't what it used to be. It's not welcoming. It's expensive, exhausting, and increasingly robotic. Self-check-in, digital keys, concierge by app, fewer people, more tech. But no one thought about what happens to the people behind the scenes, the ones like me who keep this city running. I'm 58, too young to retire, too old to start over. I still love parts of this job. The coworkers who have become family, the moments of quiet when I'm looking out a window at the Strip, but it's not the same Vegas I started in. The soul of this city used to be its people. Now, it feels like the Strip only cares about spreadsheets and whales. And let me tell you, when the people who clean your bed sheets are scared, tired, and invisible, that says something real about where Vegas is heading.
Vegas used to be for everyone. I started cocktailing at the Mirage in 2008. Back then, it didn't matter what night of the week it was, the floor was full. You could feel the energy before you even clocked in. It was chaotic in the best way. The slots lit up, people were loud, laughing, celebrating, or cursing. Everyone, from the newlyweds in their 20s to the retirees in their 60s, came to Vegas with hope in their eyes. I used to make $300 in tips on a Tuesday, easy. That wasn't even trying. Guys playing $5 blackjack would toss you chips like candy. One for you, sweetheart. They were generous, even when they were losing. You could tell most of them weren't rich, but they saved up for this trip. It was their escape, and they treated us like part of the experience. But in the last 2 years, it's like someone pulled the soul out of the Strip. I now work at a different property, and I won't name it, but it's one of the big boys on the South End. And if you're not dropping 5 figures, you're invisible. My section used to be spread across 3 pits. Now it's 2, sometimes just 1 if the floor isn't busy. And guess what? The floor is never busy anymore, not like it used to be. You want to know what Vegas is now? It's $30 cocktails, no comps unless you're betting $500 a hand, $45 valet parking, and resort fees on top of your room rate. Everything's up except tips. And when regular folks do show up, you can see it in their faces. They're already annoyed. They can't believe how much it costs just to breathe. I had this older couple the other night, maybe in their 60s. They were sweet, from Iowa or somewhere, and they told me they hadn't been back since before the pandemic. The wife leaned in and whispered, "We thought we'd come relive the old magic, but it's different, huh?" I just smiled. What was I supposed to say? She wasn't wrong. The saddest part?
Management doesn't even pretend to care anymore. We used to get regulars, retirees, blue-collar guys from the Midwest, even busloads of folks from California who came in every few months. I knew their names, I knew their orders. Now, they're gone, replaced by whales from overseas, tech bros in bottle service booths, and influencers taking selfies with drinks they never actually finish. And don't get me started on the tipping culture. The new crowd, they either ignore you, bark at you like you're a servant, or tip nothing, sometimes all three. I've had people yell because I didn't bring their drink fast enough when I had 5 tables and no backup. It's like people forgot we're human, or maybe they never saw us that way in the beginning. My back hurts, my feet hurt, and for what? Last Friday, after an 8-hour shift in heels, I walked with $88 in tips. In 2014, I would have made triple that. Hell, I would have made that in 3 hours. I used to feel proud of this city. Now, I just feel sad, like I'm working at a theme park that forgot what it was selling. Vegas used to be about fun. You didn't have to be rich to feel like a high roller. You could walk in with $100 and leave with a story. Now, unless you've got serious money, the Strip doesn't want you. And I think people are finally starting to get the message.
If you're finding this content valuable and want to show your support talking about the real truth about Las Vegas, as well as fun stories and first-hand accounts reminiscing on the good old days, back before our beloved oasis of fun became a corporate hellscape, please support the channel by subscribing. Our first major goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers. We're almost there, so your help would be much appreciated. Also, if you have your own story about how much you've seen Vegas change for the worse, leave a comment down below. I might just feature it in the next video, where we'll explore the death of Vegas even further. Thanks for your support. Let's move on to the next story.